How do you think you performed this past weekend? It's coming from your first start of the season into the second one. Just where do you feel like you improved upon?
Being on a pitch count like I have been, getting more pitches this last weekend, being able to go longer in the game. Uh, I thought I pitched well. Like I always say, we have a fantastic defense behind me, so it's really easy to, if you just throw strikes, they're going to make plays for you. So it makes it easy to pitch better every weekend.
What was your injury? If you don't mind sharing your injury.
Yeah, it was just my back. I was squatting, and I just tweaked my back. So since it was like preseason stuff, they wanted to give me some rest, so they didn't work me back too fast.
Was hasn't announced the rotation yet, but I'm sure that you're pitching this weekend. Probably starting. Just are you still on a pitch limit at this point, or is it just like an overall early season pitch limit?
I honestly don't know the rotation yet. They haven't said anything. They'll probably release it soon, like they usually do. And as of right now, I don't know if I have a pitch count yet. That's something I'll have to discuss with Angier and Waz about. So at this point, I don't know anything about that stuff yet.
I guess you mentioned Jake, but what's your overall relationship with Jake, and just how has that grown in the last 2 years that you've been here?
Uh, I like Angier a lot. He's really good at building relationships with the pitchers. So it's been really good to get to know him over the last 2 years. He cares about us a lot. So it's not just a job for him. It's building that relationships with us, and so I really like him a lot as a coach and a person.
You dived into what UCLA does on the offensive side of the ball.
Not yet. No, we're gonna have that meeting later this week, right before the series starts.
I mean, I guess not like a full dive in, but if you've seen their offense isn't spectacular, but they've had a 23 run game against Omaha. Their only two losses of the year have come to Vanderbilt. Just, I guess what have you seen just on surface level from UCLA and how they attack?
Well, I mean, they're a Pac-12 school, so everyone's gonna be good. Even the worst record in the Pac-12 is still a good school. You know what I mean? So just got to attack them with strikes. I just got to throw my pitches for strikes and execute my pitches, and they're a good school, so I can't count them out. So.
There's been a situation, it's a highlight so far this season, if you're going to name one situation that you're in that you performed well in a game, in a situation against a batter, that's your highlight so far.
My highlight so far? Yeah. Well, I've only had two starts. Yeah, I don't really know one yet. I haven't got to pitch a whole lot this year yet. So
I was going to ask about Pac-12 play. How much does it help for you having experience from last season coming in, and how much are you trying to relay those experiences to the younger guys on the staff?
Experience, I think, in my opinion, is one of the most important things you can have. I think that's why you see people jump in how well they play from year to year. How just the comfortability that comes with experience it translates to confidence, and like the confidence and the experience I have this year is completely different from last year. Just being in it, knowing the competition, knowing what I need out of myself, and I think that helps a lot with the younger guys. They come to me for help, for mechanic stuff, for the experience of like what to do in certain situations and recovery, and so I think it goes a long ways, and it just helps in every area of baseball.
How impressed are you by the performance of these true freshmen on the mound, especially the starters who, again, allow 2 earned runs all weekend to San Diego, who came in as a really good hitting team?
Yeah, no, I'm very impressed. They're all very mature on the mound for their age. They throw a lot of strikes, and honestly, if you throw a lot of strikes, the stats are going to say that the odds are in your favor. Throw a lot of strikes, make them put the ball in play. Free passes like walks hurt you, and they do a very good job at a very young age with doing that. So,
you guys have a pool table down in the clubhouse, right? Yeah. Who's the best pool player? Or I guess who will say they're the best pool player?
Logan Olson's pretty good. freshman. He's pretty good. I know Schmitty plays a lot. He plays a lot. He's on there almost every time I look over there. So I don't know. I don't watch super closely, but those guys are pretty good that I've seen.